Hey guys, this is Pablo with B&D Gaming, and today we're gonna be taking a look at Star Wars Galaxies. Basically, this is a port from SWGMU that's using an emulator to be able to reproduce the game and play on their server. By the way, a shout out for those guys, that's really awesome. That's a game that gave me a lot of memories, and I know a lot of people have a lot of good memories from this game. Basically, one of the main reasons why I'm back into this game is because people have been commenting in our channel, and they kind of asked me to actually play the game. They wanted to see the game being played. Some guys actually just walked in and left a comment, just let me know they're finally able to get their hands on the game. So let's take a look. I'll tell you guys, I remember when I first put this game to play, and that back in 2003, and I was so excited just to see those letters going up the screen. And I'll be honest, even nowadays I still get a little excited. Alright. I'll tell you, I know that for a lot of people, those graphics are not impressive at all. But in 2003, in the most for an MMO that a lot of times people are still using dial-up for, that was amazing. And that was one of the reasons why those guys were able to reverse engineer the game, is because games back then used to pretty much run your hard drive and get barely any extra information being sent to your actual computer through the internet. So, yeah. Alright. So let's create a new player. And the best server right now in this game is Basilic. So that's the one that is the most populated. So that's where I'm heading to. Alright, so race. See, that's something that was amazing about this game, is most games did not have those many options. And for Star Wars fans, you could pretty much be whatever you wanted. Now, one of the things is when the game came out, it did come out with a lot of issues. A lot of crashes, a lot of small things, but for the most part, I don't think many people actually remember them because the amount of fun they had. So, alright, let me see. Yeah, you guys remember that buddy here, right? Yeah, I know damn horns. Alright, I'm gonna go with a Zabrak. I actually never played with this race, even back when. I just went the whole like human, you know. So, alright, let me get you I don't know, let's see, tattoos. Tattoo gonna be red. Let me... I want his face to be red, but I'm actually... Yeah, man, I think that's good for you. Look at your horns. Your horns are fine. Face. Alright, so I guess I can do this. It's a little reddish. Then I go horns, no, horns in here. I'll get them dark. Oh, come on. The body. Much. Too much. There we go. Tattoos. Your tattoo's gonna be dark. Yeah. Let's go with that. That sounds good. Where are you? Artisan, no. Basically, the thing about this game is, doesn't matter if you choose a class or not, where you're gonna be specialized. You will have some stronger things on them. The weapon you start gonna be based on that, but after it, you can pretty much go on the fly and start with an artisan, but really have all the combat abilities and forget everything about artisan. So I'm going marksman. Let's scout. Oh yeah. No. I just shoot people. That sounds good. Name. Alright, let's go with my usual pink sprinkles. Alright, pink sprinkles. I'm not going to write a biography. That was a cool thing they had. Really, more for you to get into the MMO. Doesn't really drive the game in any way, shape, or form, but still a fun thing to do. Alright, 1 character per hour. So, now, one thing about this game is that's the type of game from back in the day when you actually had to use your arrow keys to move. Ticket terminal. Yeah, let's go. I already did the tutorial, so what is it? Rebel Alliance. Freelance pilots. And that's the Empire. So I'm not going to jump to the Empire. I'm gonna be So, as far as I know, they don't have jump to light speed yet, but so I think I'm gonna start to be a Rebel Alliance guy. Alright. That sounds good. The options are alright. Naboo. Okay, let's go. Now I do not remember if there is in where I'm going to gonna just destroy me. So alright, let's see. Alright, let's look at the inventory. Yeah, the problem, I think that's Alt I. No. Oops. Alright, so I know if I press Alt, it allows me to free. Okay, so let's see what I have. Inventory. Alright. So I can actually get my land speeder. I'm not so worried about that. I gonna put my CDF rifle. Okay. Alright. So out again, and I can move around with the mouse. And I forgot that I don't move with those keys. Alright, marksman trainer. I can't learn skills right now, because I have to kill things. So one thing I can do is the map. Okay, so I have to click control first. So I could get a terminal for a mission, but the best thing I always learn to do is just go kill stuff. And as soon as you can level, you just go in and do it. So let's take a look how that goes. Run F5. Okay. So the thing about this game is, doesn't matter if you play the game. After a while, you will forget almost everything. Alright, so those things are actually pretty strong. That's what I was worried about Naboo. I'm not sure I can kill them without getting murdered, so... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh! Yeah, the reason why I really don't want to die is because if I do, when I respawn, I lose a lot of actually energy that I cannot recover. Yeah, there you go. That happened. I think the best thing for me is to go to the shuttle port and go to some of those easier cities. So that's what I usually would have done. I kind of like the idea to be able to choose some other place. And I realized that was a horrible, horrible, horrible idea. Okay, so starport. Let's port out of here. All right. Ticket terminal. Man, no, I don't want to stay in Naboo. I want to go to some place like Tatooine. Yeah. Mos Eisley, I believe. Okay. Now, let me see where the ship is. Do do do. Do 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 do. I hope I don't get lost stuck in here. And am I lost? Oh no, there you go. Look at that beautiful ship right here. If I can't remember how to use my ticket, can I help a lot? Can I get in, please? Can I just, go inside? Oh, there you go. Run. Ticket collector. Alright, man. Hey, take my ticket. I want to fly away from here. Alright. It's a Tatooine. A place where death does not mean what it just meant to me. Because that was horrible. I was like 2 minutes in the game and it just got shut down. Like I said, you have to remember a lot of things in this game, and one of them is where to actually level without getting shot in the face after 5 seconds. Alright, let me run again. I'm too tired to buzz for a man. Come on. Not that tired. Can I burst walk? Okay. Come on. Don't make me be going around. I hate... So the problem about not playing a game for a while is you get lost so easy. Alright, let me see on the map. Okay. I don't want to talk to you. Alright. I love Tatooine. It's the kind of place that, take your kids for a vacation, leave them outside, they get eaten or buried in sand. It works. It depends how much you like your family. What the hell just happened? Oh, look, another player running like a maniac. So you see, at least you see players around. So, hey, it's a worthless. Okay, I need to remember how to do some stuff in here. Right. So, Alt. We're going to hear actions, right? Okay, the holocron, fine. Abilities and commands. Okay, good. No, I don't want to accuse people. There you go. Attack. Let me move some stuff in here. Let me put my attack on F1. Make my life easier. Okay. Run stays there. Stand new. Moods. No, I don't have moods. What do you think I am? Yeah, the cool thing about this game too is you can make macros. What can be a kind of cheating thing where, you don't do anything, just level. But, yeah. You can do that, by the way. I'm not going to say I never done it. Back in the day, I actually done a few times to be able to level my artisan just by building stuff. It helped a lot doing the macros. I just had to really quick click on something without having to click in 20 different things. So, I'm not sure I can kill things right now. I have to take a look. I have to level. So, yeah, that's not good for me. So, there's some reason why I can't kill anything, and I need to remember. I think it has to do with my weapon levels, but I tried to talk to the marksman, and he pretty much told me he can't do anything to help me. Okay. Oh my god, this dude's still after me. Okay. Alright, so let me take a look in my skills in here. I think that's Control K. Growl. Oh, light. Great, I can turn on the lights. Okay, datapad's good, but I don't remember. Okay, alright. Cool. So, I am a novice marksman. I have no knowledge on anything. So I have to kill things to actually be able to achieve this knowledge. But to kill things, I need to be able to get something that is closer to my level. And I may have come to the wrong place. I came to Mos Eisley. This looks like the place I always come to. I'm just not getting why I don't see anything that I can actually kill. Okay. I'm taking another look, see if I find something lower level. Yeah, those rock mites are too high for me. It's like I just started, so... try a rock mite from really far away. Yeah, look at that, again, a little crow. Alright, I'm killing something. That's not too bad. Come on, kill it. Kill it! Kill! Kill! Come on, man, I can't die. Oh, come on. Trust me, this game's not easy. I have been patient. I hate to heal. Back in the day was easy, you had doctors around, so you know, they pretty much helped a lot. Right now, I mean, the population is still low, so you kind of need to look for people. You need to... Best thing, start with friends, if you guys have them. Let me eat something, let me see if that helps. Maybe. I don't know. Alright. Yeah, so pretty much like this game is fun. The problem right now is just population. Like I said, I see people playing, and the best thing is just join those guys in general. Um, can be a little frustrating for that. Now, one of the best things in the game is the character progression. For example, since I chose Novice Marksman, I actually already start with Novice Marksman, but I can walk to any other profession and actually get those professions on. Now, every time I shoot a weapon, every time I attack an enemy using a carbine, I will get points in here if I kill the enemy. Every time I use a special, I get range support. Every time I use pistol, rifle, the same thing. So for you to actually get Master Marksman, you would have to pretty much get max in every single one of them, get Master Marksman, and then you would be able to actually choose Commando or Bounty Hunter. Usually those classes also have a secondary specialization, secondary class you have to master to be able to get them. But that's something that most games don't do. That was a great idea. It did cause the game some issues when they were developing, when they tried to move a couple of things. Class balance kind of was an issue because of that as well. Some of the classes became really powerful. Um, I actually did enjoy playing with my artisan back in the day. That was my main character. He was a master on everything. He was a shipwright. When Jump to Light Speed came out, and it really had to do with what you like to play. Um, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people play this game and they don't actually pay attention some of the bugs the game used to have, some of the issues they encountered, because the game was perfect for them. They could be any character they decided on the Star Wars universe, and there was nothing to stop them. They could choose their race, they could choose. They didn't even need to master anything. They could be average on every single thing. And was really about having fun. Some people enjoyed being entertainers. And they spent most of their time in the cantinas just talking to people, singing and dancing. So yeah, that was the best thing about this game was people could live their fantasies of being the Star Wars universe. Alright, I should have healed enough. Yep, I hope so. But I hoped so before, and that didn't help me. Alright, back on aiming mode. Oh my god, I keep forgetting I don't walk with W. Let's see if this guy is. Yeah, this guy's healed. This guy's healed. So I need to kill something. I should probably heal all the way. But I'm going, you know, I'm going full potato in this thing. I don't have specials that I know of. Let me actually take a look. Oh, I have overcharge shot. Great. The other thing when you play this game is you just need to like stack how many times you want to do something and you do it. So I'm getting my butt whooped in here. Now overcharge shots are pretty good. Hopefully I can kill it. Mostly using those. Come on. One more shot. Yes. Alright, so I got rifle weapons experience. And that's where you're gonna see it. So I still have a lot of kills to be able to get to range support 2. Now, okay, range support 2 was because of my overcharge shots. Rifle long range. Right here, I just need a few kills to get rifles 2. That will help me a lot on damage and how fast I attack. So in the beginning, there's a few things you can do. You can do a couple of missions help you out, but one of the things that for me, usually helps me out is just go in and start killing. I will say the best thing is the most with the number of the population right now is if you guys can get a couple of friends to join in and actually grind together. It can be a lot of fun. Right now, I probably should try to get a group together of some of the people that came up and told me they're playing the game right now. Yeah, that probably would help. Would make the game a lot more exciting. I remember a time that the population in this game when SOE still had in LucasArts, it was crazy the amount of people. And sometimes, for example, when people were doing the Jedi trials, it was a massive number of people just in one place. But that was really exciting to see all those fans just trying to become Jedis. And trust me, Jedi wasn't as amazing as you may think. I mean, it was an amazing class, but you're dealing with permadeath. You're dealing with taking forever after you become a Padawan. It was really slow to actually be able to rise to a Jedi. Even if some people are able to do really fast, I don't know how they did. Trust me, I was with a large group leveling, and that wasn't easy at all. As a Padawan, it looked like everything you knew, everything you were good at, you just became horrible at. So it just took more time. You had to use a lightsaber. Fun, but a lot more work. But again, if you wanted to be a Jedi, it shouldn't just be handed to you. So yeah, it was pretty worth it. But nothing was perfect, and that's the thing. A lot of people argued that when they changed the combat, when they did a lot of change on character building, because later on in the game they updated where you just leveled your character like any other game. A lot of people had the issues. They felt they lost control of what they wanted to be. You could start as a Jedi right off the bat, you know. And I think for people like me that had grinded for so long to become a Jedi, it kind of like, you know, I wasted my time. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, like in this case, usually you would have a medic, and I think if I had spent some more time in the forums, I probably could have find a group to join in. Was the case after level 1, you kind of get a lot better on that and not get stuck so much doing what I'm doing, sitting. Right now, it's more. I just need to level a little bit. Oh, come on, stand up. Okay, let me do some concentrated. Look at that. Look at that beautiful shot in his face. Yeah, just keep killing. Now you're doing good. There you go. Do you have something? No. Okay. Charge that shot. The good thing about rifles is I can attack pretty far away, so sometimes I'm lucky to cause good damage. And sometimes it's this type of thing that doesn't matter how much I'm shooting. Alright, nice shot. Come on, kill this thing. Do not die. Alright, good. Sit down. Okay, let's see how we do. Ooh, look at that. I think two more kills, I should be able to level rifles. One of the things when you actually level anything is you pay points. So that's mostly so you can't just level every single class. Because you could, in a sense, like I can change from being a marksman into an artisan at any time. I can just pick the artisan, start leveling it, and leave novice marksman, you know, back. And eventually, if I need more points, I just need to surrender the skill. Not something I'm gonna do. I start as a marksman for a reason, so. Now, commander and bounty hunters are really good. I don't know if that's in this phase of the game. I can't remember because, like I said, the game passed through a lot of change. But you actually had some special armors for some of the classes, so you pretty much could dress up like Boba Fett. What made the game pretty exciting. Um, yeah, that was one of the things that I loved about it. I actually never made bounty hunter my thing. For some reason, this game I just want to be an artisan. Build the best astro droids, you know. Be the guy who my guild could just call up and, hey, they need an astro droid. Hey man, do you have a really good one? Yeah, it's at. I have a 90% one. And those percentages had to do with what materials you're using to actually build the droids. When you have really good materials, you just build the best stuff you could. If you had bad materials or with low percentage, what you did was just waste them to be able to level. So I need two more kills. Hopefully I can do with one full bar, but it feels safer for me to actually wait. Alright, so I can close this. So I have a ladder. Let's see. I took my first steps. Yeah. Got it. Alright. Nothing really important, just system telling me to. Oh no, I didn't want to stand up. Sit down. Yeah. Sit down. Alright, let me stand up. Let me try to see how far I can attack this thing. Because if I can attack from really far. Let's see if I can attack from here. Oh yeah, I can, good. I just need effort. Alright, good. And I didn't die. Hopefully this one won't kill me. Nice. Nice, keep shooting. Counterattack, really. Oh, come on, man. Get up. Okay, from here. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, poor dumb me. Get up. Get up, you maggot. Sit down for a second. That's for being dumb. Just saying. Right, well, I'll see. Yeah, the Rockmite is healing faster than me. That's not good. I gotta heal faster. Why does it take so long? I'll never understand. I need to hear some more because this thing's healing faster than me. Alright, should be healed enough. Okay, stand up, man. Stand up. And attack. What the hell did I do? Alright, kill it. Kill this thing, Jesus. It's almost dead. Alright. So I may be able to level now. What would really help. Oh, come on. Not one more kill. Don't tell me I have one more kill before I can level this thing. It's alright. One more kill. Now, the reason why I chose to actually start with building the character is so I could show people, hey look, another player. So you have people around. There's someone in here too. But it's not as crowded as you may think, but you will see players around. You're gonna see people playing. So it's not really a concern you should have, like you won't find anybody. I do feel the best way for you to actually find a good team is go to the forums, at least at this point. I do have really, I really wish this game gets a good boost on population. Because it is a fun game. Come on, don't do this to me. Hit and kill it. Not lag. Just hit in the face. Okay, man. He dies. A lot. Okay, I have to go to the closest cloning facility. I said closest clone facility. Thank you. Alright, so yeah, that's one thing. You actually get the Cade equipment. What? Not something I enjoyed, but nothing I can do it. Okay, let me go back to the regular targeting. Okay, clone facility, cloned. Isn't that great? You can do anything with this future, you know what I mean? You just like clone yourself when you die. The only issue is, and that I feel it's a little bit of a problem with the amount of population you have. It's if you look at those black bars right here, well, that's when you die and have to be cloned. You kind of lose some points, and usually you would need a doctor, entertainers, and all that good stuff to be able to actually heal. So I don't see many around, and that can be a problem because that means after you die, you're gonna be stuck with this thing until you actually see someone in a cantina. So one thing I can do is just in case I can't fully say that nobody is doing cantina stuff, so I can just look for the cantina. I just got cloned and somehow I'm too tired to run. Great. Alright. So let's see if by chance there's some people dancing and singing at the cantina. Because that will heal some of my problems. I remember the good times where I knew where everything was and didn't need to have the map right on my face. Because the map can be a little complicated to read sometimes. Okay. But there you go. That's the cantina. If I can find the entrance. Hey, look, someone's speeder. Alright, let me take the map away. Good. Again, one thing that some games do that, and I seem to have a problem to get used all the time is move around with. Hey, look at that. Alright, so let me look at the social because, yeah. Okay, so I do have some specials I didn't pay attention on. Social. Mood order. Come on, man. Okay, survey is usually good, but so just leave it in here. Okay. Yeah, so, alright, so that's a cantina. That's my ugly mug right there. And I'm no longer tired, thank God. Yeah, there we go, there are players in here. So, yes, awesome. No, I don't want to trade. Jesus. Alright, so I forgot, you have to click and hold. So watch. Alright, so that's what basically happens when some of your attributes, like for example right here, where that stuff's in black, I need to watch players dancing, stuff like that. Some of the stuff has to be done by medic, but this, for example, I can actually recover by just watching her. So, like I said, a lot of things in this game, it may have annoyed a little bit of people in a sense because yeah, it takes a while for you to heal. It takes a while for you to get back some of those attributes after you get cloned, but it made the game more alive. You know. Yeah, maybe watching another player is not as fun, but you got to remember you have those players, playing the game the whole time, just dancing. Some people used to just leave a couple AFK. You could donate money to them, and that's how a lot of those players made a living, was getting donations the most when they became master entertainers. So that was pretty cool. Alright, so let me go out of here. I should be able to kill something now. And I have to again remember that I can't just press on WASD to move. Alright, so control M again. Let me see where I go. Alright. Hard right. Oh yeah, I'm not tired. That's a good thing. Can't run. Okay, too far, man. So, Alright, great. So now I actually qualify to level this. I'll check this corpse. Let me look at the map again. And now I need to find my trainer. So... okay, I see the terminals, artisan, medic, scout, brawler, marksman right there. You know, that's one of the things, like, this game had a great thing with the map where you actually have the map kind of you know, not fully visible, not invisible, but sometimes it causes a few problems for you to be able to see things around. It helped, but again, innovation, you know what I mean? Nobody had thought to doing this way. They did, and it was awesome. Learn a skill, long range. Yes, 1,000 credits, and I don't have 1,000 credits. And that's horrible. Alright, so I forgot I don't have any money. And that's when you have to do some of those missions, like it or not. The other option is if you kill human enemies, usually you're pretty good. So let me take a look on the map again. So you have missions terminals. I am... okay, so some of the missions are specialized for each one of the classes. And usually has to do like a marksman, you're probably going to have an assassination mission, stuff like that. So I don't see mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a regular mission terminal. There you go, available missions. Some are far as hell. But I do need something that's gonna pay for my tuition. So make a little girl happy, alright. What is it? It looks like his daughter wants a big pile of dung. But sure, you want a big pile of dung, I'll get you, little girl. Oh, no, it's a rock mine player, alright. It still looks like a big pile of dung. Kid, I'll tell you, you want a big pile of dung? I'll be the man to get that big pile of dung for you. Even if I have to run many, many miles. Now, one thing I can never remember is actually how to use my my speeder. So what I'm gonna do is I won't care. I'll do that as a one-use thing. So I just click generate vehicle. There you go. Enter. Go. Time to go. Look at that beautiful machine. It goes 0 to 60 in 2.5 hours. Gotta love it. It's a classic. Used to be owned by a Jedi, by the way. The guy's interested to buy. You can actually later on get better vehicles and faster, but one of the two you have to buy or you have to build in. This thing, it doesn't feel it does that much difference from my running, but I guess it does a little. Almost when you have to run like a whole kilometer. One of the things is mountains actually feel like mountains when you're running or driving or anything like this. It's not like some games that if you're going up a mountain or going on straight, your speed's the same. Now you actually slow down. And you speed up if you're going down mountain, so usually you try to jump those holes or it just becomes hard. Now the other thing too is it does show the location pretty good. It's like a beacon. There you go, that's the location. So let me stop right here. Exit vehicle. Store. Hey, there you go. I didn't mess up this time. Now those things can kill me. So what I'm gonna try to do is just go around and shoot this from really far away. Just because I can be a coward, but I want to be a live coward. Look at this. They're all coming after me. Oh my god, run, Forrest, run! Great. Yeah, little girl, you're a huge pile of dung. I'm not really sure I can actually get you that huge pile of dung you want. I may try to kill the things around it first, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference. And right now I'm not in the point to kill anything. So I gotta heal. I didn't have money to change, to actually evolve my class, so let me take a look real quick. So you can tab to see where the other things are. Alright, Rockmite. Problem is they just pop everywhere. Gonna have to sit. I just want to make sure I don't sit somewhere I'm gonna die. One good thing to do, like I usually, if I'm able to get at least in those missions, some of those missions enough to get my class up, my weapon up, what I usually try to do is just kill human characters, NPCs, enemies, because they usually drop stuff. Yeah, false. I know. It's when you don't play the game for a couple of months, you just kind of try to go straight, and those rock mites are giving me a hard time, man. Like the main reason why I'm doing this mission is I did not have 1,000 credits to be able to actually go up. So, oh, you're playing Legends? I should try out. I should check Legends. I hear a lot of people, but that's after combat enhancements, isn't it? Yeah, thing is, I had stopped playing the game for a couple of months, and one thing I realized is this Star Wars Galaxies is the type of game that even if you leave for a couple of months, you have to like relearn pretty much the whole game. So let me ask you this: uh, do you guys actually have jump to light speed on Legends? Yeah, I know. Wow. Yeah, I gotta have to check it out, man. I love jump to light speed. And the most I was a shipwright, so yeah, it was pretty good to be a shipwright on jump to light speed. Very nice. Nice. Yeah, I gonna definitely check it out, Legends. Yeah, that's the only thing about MU I had issues with is like I was so used to jump to light speed and play shipwright and everything and pilot. So I think what I gonna do, I gonna try it out. I'm actually try it out this week coming up. Um, Now the question is, how's the population on Legends? That's not bad at all. Yeah, one thing, you see, the one thing I really hate to get used to is I'm so used to play with WASD and I'm having to get used to playing with the arrow keys. That just feels so wrong for me. No, that's good. I think that's one problem I have with MU is I see other players, you know what I mean? But it's not busy enough where you can find like nice groups and stuff. So, like my other character, it's actually not too bad where I I can actually kill things pretty easy. Like this one, I just wanted to start the game to show, character building stuff. But out there, I keep forgetting how hard it is to start from the ground up. Like after you get a couple of levels of your weapon and stuff, it's pretty decent. But until then, it's just hard. Yeah, the problem is every time you type a letter, it does pop straight to like chat. I get used to most games now that when you press enter, then you start chat. This is more like old style. I mean, I'm not complaining. I love the game. It's just every time I go back to the game, I have to get used again, you know? And I hate to be healing, sitting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to play both. Mostly because I miss jump to light speed, but see, the reason why I hate the combat change and the leveling style was because I played from the beginning this game, and I did stop playing for like a year, I believe. And when I came back to the game, that was the new leveling system. And I swear to God, I could not stand because I had worked so hard to get to where I was, and I just felt that was given. So I got the new leveling system. The first time they changed, where I could just choose my class, and like, yeah, they pretty much gave to me whatever class to be master, but you know, I get what you're saying. Um, yeah, I'm having some problems getting used to controls. When I made the other video and I was playing for a little while, actually I had stopped having problems with that. I just came back today to the game, and I'm again having issues to actually get used to. But I will say, even with some of the issues on the controls, I do like that leveling system. I think it's a lot more rewarding. The only thing I feel a little bit of issues because the market, since we don't have a huge population in the game. So for you to buy anything, like I used to buy collectors, like the factories and everything, and I can't afford those even on my other character because the people that actually sell that very expensive. Now for me to collect materials, it's really hard for me to collect by hand because I don't get enough. I get just horrible stuff. So yeah, I miss the quest to become light force sensitive. I really miss. I remember I was like, I left my character standing in a place for a few hours waiting for Obi-Wan to pop up. Don't take me wrong, that was kind of like a pain to do, but it was rewarding. Like when you became a Jedi, or even when you became a Padawan, it was awesome. And I don't know if you, yeah, you probably do remember when you had to go to that weird village to actually be able to even become a Padawan. Like that wasn't easy stuff, man. But it was rewarding. You would meet a lot of people because you had a large group trying to become Padawans. So like it was a massive group of people just fighting that village. You know what I mean? I miss those times. I think they're more fun than nowadays. But yeah, I do think so. People complain they're overpowered, but it took an year for you to do it. I had a lot of fun. Oh, you don't like the village? Yeah. I think the village, the only reason why people were able to go through was I was like in the beginning of become force sensitive as soon as the whole thing started. It was just like so many people had gone through the trials uh, that the village was crowding with people because it doesn't matter how good you were and the weapon you had, those things were killing people. Like it was just too many, so you had to have a huge crowd to be able to actually handle the amount of enemies just popping up out of nowhere. I know, right? Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I loved about the game. And the most back in the day was people really, really lived that world of Star Wars. Like you remember, some guys would stay in the cantina and just playing there, just play instruments or dance or sing, and that was their career in the game, and they had fun doing that. Like it could be anything. I was a great shipwright. I built droids. That was my thing, my main character. And I had another one that was, I don't know. I think it was a commando. Yeah, I think I went commander or something like that. But yeah, you're right. The village weeded out the weak. You're weak. You didn't have the best weapons. You didn't have the best everything. You're done, son. You're gone. You would walk in there 5 seconds. You would just say, "Nope, I don't want to be a Jedi anymore, son." No, I remember like going there, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter how good my weapon was. I had the best stuff to build weapons. I had the best materials, and still, so my weapons were like all set up. My droid was helping me to kill everything, to heal me at the same time. But hey, it was still hard as hell. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like doctors and entertainers. Like some of those guys, I remember some guys that they always had the best medicine. Always the stamps. They had the best stuff, and that's what was amazing about the game. Like people really focus on their profession. Like me as an artisan, yeah, sure. The only reason why I actually survived like higher level stuff was because I had materials to build the best droids, and because I had reasons, I had materials to get the best droids. They would help me attack, and I had leveled a lot, pretty decent my marksman side too, so I could do pretty decent. You know what I mean? But yeah, some people no. My guild was always like I was always hooking up my guild with droids. I had so many factors. I had so much stuff to actually get me what I needed. And for a while, some of the materials I was saving to be able to level, so I just had in storage and stuff like that. End up when Jump to Lightspeed came out and Shipwright came out, those materials that were usually worthless, guess what? They're the best materials to build ships and asteroids. So all that stuff that used to be garbage for me, I think was copper. They had some really weird like copper that was mostly garbage. Yeah, I had a lot. I had numbers that if I was just like leveling, I could level to master like 20 times just using that material. That was awesome. Nice. Yeah, I my guild had pretty much like our own city in a sense. It's just like we build everything around each other. So yeah, it was pretty. I don't remember my guild, man, but it was a pretty good guild. And it was fun. Like I think that's what killed MMOs a lot of times. I'm not saying MMO is dead, but I think the people that started on the MMO boom, they kind of played the game with other players. Like the mentality was, that's my buddies. This guy is in China. He's my best friend. We're buddies for years. And I remember like people sometimes used to try to organize like meetings from like guilds in someone's house, and like people come from different parts of the country. Like the community was really close. And I feel like after early teens, what happened is not that MMOs didn't become relevant. People just think that was a norm. Like I remember when MMOs really started with like Ultima Online, Anarchy Online, those games. You know, that was a new thing. Internet had become where, you would pay a monthly plan instead of pay for every minute you're online, because that made almost impossible to play MMOs. It just became too expensive. So when it changed, we had that MMO boom. When the MMO boom happened, we're like, we can pretty much be in a chat room while killing things at the same time. We can build our own economy, and we can be the best in whatever world we wanted to be in. Nowadays, people don't innovate. Like, look at the innovations they did to Star Wars. Like, this game, just a leveling system, was something crazy to even imagine working. Um, I mean, a lot of those earlier games did stuff like that. Games nowadays, they just that check mark. Okay, hot chick, check. Weird guy with horns, check. Big sword wielding child, check. That's what the games are now. Look at Terra. Terra was awesome. Exactly. Yeah. WoW. I'll be honest. I'm not bashing WoW. WoW was a great game, but it did kill a lot of other MMOs, and that's why I think well, important never got to WoW too much because a lot of guys who played Anarchy Online, um, Star Wars Galaxies with me, they kind of left for World of Warcraft. So a lot of my guilds kind of died down. A lot of the guys I had played for years kind of disappeared. So and I tried to play WoW. I didn't like to be focused on quests all the time. So I kind of like couldn't deal with couldn't deal with the gameplay. Yeah, like I just did a review of Black Desert Online, and I did enjoy the game. Don't take me wrong, but the problem when they start porting to consoles is you have a limited number of keys, right? Because your control only have so many, and it just becomes hard because you have to go through so many menus sometimes to do simple stuff that you just hit one key in the keyboard. Um, yes, WoW did a lot of right. You know what I mean? And I think one of the issues they caused to some of the other games was they kind of force other games to try to make changes and innovations that most of the times did not work. Like Star Wars Galaxy, I think they felt that the system didn't work as well. They wanted to go more into a regular leveling system, and they kind of end up killing the game. No, I know it's not the same equipment or controls. It's a lot of issues. Um, I I don't know. I feel a lot of times that MMOs, most of them, their places, on in here on PC. No, because everybody wants to play safe. Nobody wants to innovate. Nobody wants to try something that is hard because I don't know if they think that people nowadays are just plain stupid, or they're like, well, yeah, but if we try to innovate, if we try something different, we may have issues and we may have to go there and fix, and people gonna complain. They'll be happy with a great game, but they're gonna complain about something else, and oh my god, what are we gonna do? That's a problem. Like Star Wars Galaxies, you know why people forget about all the bugs that the game came with? Because it was a great game. So yeah, it had bugs. Yeah, it crashed all the time, but it crashed and I couldn't wait to go back. Nowadays, most games, if they crash, I just uninstall them because another game looks just like that game, but it doesn't crash. Nobody wants to try something different. Come on, man. Come on. Alright. Well, it's dead. That's true. It is true. For example, Rapelzi. Rapelzi is a game that I've been playing since the game came out. But at the same time, I left the game for a year or so every now and then. And when I came back, the game was still there. I had to go through the changes, but the game was still there. Consoles, I can get, for example, games for the PS4. Brand new game. Let me say Black Desert Online, right? For the PS4. And then they come out with the PS5. Now, 2 years from now, they decide to stop supporting the game on PS4. And that's it. I can play games, MMOs for PC that came out in 2001. I mean, and I'm not even talking about like emulation. I'm talking about, supported by the company that made the game. So, yeah, you're right. PC design MMOs are more of a long love affair because you can always go back to them. You know. The other thing too is I feel a lot of the games when they're kind of a little more complicated, uh, people just seem to abandon. Or if the game nowadays has some issues on a PC, like a bad launch, they fail. And sometimes, if you really look at the game, some of those games are awesome, and they die way too young. Or like Terra, that in my opinion, when the game came out, it looked amazing. It was more realistic looking, the characters. Uh, the story was a little, heavier, more adult. But now I was going back to Terra, and Terra feels like too cartoonish. The first mission is a little girl crying because her doll, and it kind of take a little bit from the game. It's almost like Terra's trying to become Ion. All right, let me try to kill this thing. Hey, look, I'm killing things. And I love killing the inhumans. It's because they give me stuff, usually. Credits. I like credits. I'm actually go for a bounty hunter with this character. Let's see if someone's around. Nobody's around. No, I'm not doing that mission. That mission's horrible. Alright, so I should find some people in this village. Probably some hermits, some killable things. Okay, let's see. Alright, so I found a good place to actually kill things. Alright, let me sit a little bit. Yeah, but the one thing I definitely gonna be doing is I will be checking legends. Uh, I like man. I don't like the leveling system that they actually use. That's the last leveling system they had in the game. But I do love jump to light speed. I really wish S SWJMU actually was able to put that in, because I would rather play with this classic style, but we'll see. I'm stand up, I should be okay now. Oh yeah. No, I one of the things I used to do, and I think that was a great thing that some of those games had, was macros. because for artisans, if you did not use macros to actually build stuff, you are done, man. I mean, just clicking your like the whole time. No, that was way too long. But the only problem with macros too is, the whole cheating thing. People used to use ClickSaver to not have to actually level themselves. Just leave the game leveling. Come on, man. Yeah, I know. I mean, honestly, those guys that actually run those servers, I have to say they're heroes because it's not like some private servers I see where people actually have an economy, they sell stuff. Those guys live on donations and they do that stuff their free time. And plus, the donations they actually get, it's just keep the servers up. Um, yeah. So JTL, one of the problems I heard is, um, so jump to light speed, it kind of ran in a different server. That was the weirdest thing they actually did. Was like was almost like a whole entire different game. So every time you actually jump to light speed, you're like shifted to a different server. So I think that's a big issue they had because jump to light speed actually came out before the combat upgrade. I could be wrong, but definitely came before NG because I did the beta for jump to light speed, and if I'm wrong, there was no changes on the game yet. I did the beta, and I was actually the first shipwright on my server because I already had all the materials, everything set up. As soon as the server went live, I was online, and I was grinding like a maniac. So, um, yeah, I'll tell you, like, I feel almost sad that I don't play like one a thousand of what I used to play in this game. Like, also I had played for so long, I had everything I needed, like equipment and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you happened right after. I think that's when I started getting annoyed with the game and I took a break. And when I came back, it just felt weird, some stuff. And I played for a little bit and then I left. And then when I came back, we had NG. And NG just completely destroyed my whole entire experience. Nice. Yeah, I usually, I guess I was to the point that I was selling so much stuff that, most people just would end up like paying me to do stuff. So I wasn't that concerned about going mining. I did spend, I remember, like, I used to spend so much time just building droids and stuff. I know. SOE, oh god. SOE was hard to deal with. Like, I understand. I actually read out in some of the reasons they had great intentions in what they did, but yeah, they decided not to listen to anybody. They decided to do their own thing. They decided to go their own route and forgot about the people who actually paid. How much was that? 14.99 a month to play the game. Yeah, they forgot about those people. And back in the day, 14.99 was pretty decent amount of money to pay for an MMO. Yeah, imagine this. Like, they would never have changed so much stuff. Yeah, I know. I know. And also, they saw what WoW had done with the type of leveling, and they decided to go the same route. And that was probably one of the most stupid things they done, because Star Wars Galaxies was its own thing. You know what I mean? I don't think any game could ever compare to. Like, I haven't seen a single game that actually tried to do what Star Wars Galaxies done. Yeah, exactly. What people mostly liked about Star Wars Galaxies was the leveling system, because that was unique. That's why they had so many issues in the beginning, because they had it was a lot of information to be put in the game, most at the time. But they did a great job, and in the beginning, they tried to get really close with the players. They tried to listen to the players. When management changed, that's when things went wrong. The weird thing is that does remind of a company that usually really upsets players, and it's Funcon. I love Anarchy Online. I love Secret World Legends. Well, not Legends, but the Secret World. Mostly because the story. I feel it lacks a little bit of MMO in there. But the problem is Funcon's a kind of company that did the same thing as Star Wars Galaxies did before the end, that I don't care what you want. And that attitude will make you lose players, because those games are loved by a lot of people. You know, that's why I try to cover them in the channel. Um, that's why, like, I start with Star Wars Galaxies emulator MU. I wanna check out Legends because I would love to see more players playing those games. I get stories from a lot of guys telling me, the experience. Some of them met some of their best friends today in some of those games. I mean, those games that there are games that are worth to still be played. So yeah. All right, man. All right, I think I'm healed enough to go back to the city. Let me get my stuff. don't want to attack, I just want to stand up. Alright, let me get my inventory. And I don't know where my thing is. Alright. I keep forgetting that every time I store my stuff, it kind of goes away. Well, yeah, guys, Star Wars Galaxies is a game that if you end up having like a low population, you feel a little bit of pain, you run around, and until you start getting some credits and able to level, like right now, I'm able to level, I just don't have the credits to do so. But yeah, it's pretty good. I will be checking out also um, Star Wars Galaxies Legends, so I can make comparison. I am not that crazy about their um the things they have from the combat upgrades and everything that happen later on in the game. Stuff that MU does not do. They have the game as vanilla as it came. So that's why I prefer this port of the game. But I will be checking Legends too because of jump to light speed. Yeah, no, after you get your stuff, after you start killing things faster, after you're able to, get a... Oh, come on, man. After you're able to get some better vehicles too. Yeah, you can move pretty quick. But until then, yeah, it gets slower. And must forget a droid, that can attack with you, that helps you. Yeah, I think one of the problems I have is I kind of forgot places I'm at. So and I keep forgetting that the moment I actually put my speeder away, it's completely away. So I have to get it back in the garage. Right now I'm nowhere close to the garage. Now, one thing I have to give for Star Wars Galaxies too, like all the planets were fairly massive in size. You know what I mean? Like, and when you went up a hill, it felt like you went up a hill instead of a lot of games that you go up a hill the same speed as you walk in a plane in the plane. So yeah, that's my thing. I actually it felt more rewarding everything you achieved prior. When it became just levels, you didn't have to think much about it. It was just like grind, 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 done. Okay, good. It lost some of the magic. You would spend like a good amount of time to become master. Wasn't just jump in and you got it. You had to put a lot of work, a lot of thought in every single choice you did. I know. That's the thing. It makes more realistic. Like they really thought when they made these games. You know? And like you just go around and you get lost. Like in real life. Yeah. You see, that's what we were arguing before. It's the whole like it was so hard to become a Jedi. You become a Jedi. You become a Padawan. You become a Padawan. Seems like you become weaker than before when you're actually mastering on other classes. You're just horrible in everything. And you know, with time you become really good. And wasn't dying as a Jedi permadeath? I know. But you know, now the cool thing is, after a while, you kind of really got used to it. You knew where you were. Yeah, that's right thing too. I know there was something about permadeath on Jedi's. So, you know, it did it did made it really cool because you couldn't just think you're the biggest badass because you may have worked for like months and years to become a Jedi and you're done. So you know what I mean? Like you're a Jedi, great, but be careful in what you do. Oh, look, the Empire's here. I remember coming to those places and start to shoot the ATs and soldiers, but it wasn't in this town. It was in the forest planet. I'm lost as lost can be, man. All right, so I think I'm going to the right way. Did I remember? I didn't become a full Jedi. Like, yeah, yeah. But you know, it made more realistic as a game. It made more realistic as the Star Wars world. Some things are annoying, some things. And like, I remember people use. Some guilds used to have like really big, like, you know, queue as soon as you see someone from another guild. And weirdly, that was awesome. Queue at sight. Really? Yeah, I had been done with the village when NG came in. Luckily. But the village too was like was hard because sometimes you had someone that had leveled a little bit. They already had lightsabers and stuff, and as a Padawan, it was horrible. And those guys would just come in and start attacking. So I don't remember what the issue was with the bounty thing. I just know was something. Oh wow, I killed this thing. Jesus. Alright, let me figure out something here. Okay, so alright. Wow. Oh. Oh my god. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I had forgotten how to generate my vehicle. I'm not even kidding. That's the only thing about this game is remember to figure out stuff. I was running and I didn't need to run, but that's okay. Now I just need to find my way home. Yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Damn, I remember being hunted down in the city. Like, walk to a city and have to run away because every single stormtrooper would be on the lookout for me. Hey, look, talking about stormtroopers. Now, this game is great. It's the whole thing. Like, my other characters, I already leveled a little bit, so it makes so much easier for me to do stuff. This character, since I just started, as I start the stream, it, I don't have the credits to level his weapon yet, so that's what I'm running around right now. But after you do, you don't have this issue anymore. And you start killing stuff faster, and as soon as you get some drops, that helps you. Now, one thing that I will say I will be missing a lot. I don't know if you remember, Faust, that in the wiki of SWG, they actually had it showed where every single one of the strongest minerals was spawning and the percentage they were. And it was awesome. I used to be on this thing like every single day waiting for, the materials I needed for like ships and stuff to like pop up. That's the thing, like people used to spend a lot of time in those games, like calculating and learn how to stack some stuff to be able to put the right armors, to be able to better the weapons. Nowadays, people just go to the store and buy whatever. I don't want to make a girl happy right now. Point of interest. Oh, see, that's the thing. You have to relearn a lot of stuff. Look at that! The House of Ben Kenobi. That's where we should go. Let's go visit the House of Ben Kenobi. Because reasons. I did forget that stuff, man. I did forget. No, yeah, just keep driving. Really? Oh, closest clone facility. Activate clone. I know, and that's one of the things. Like most of the games right now, you really don't have to get concerned about that stuff. It's you have what you have. It's low effort stuff. Back in the day, you had to do research. You had to check the forums every single day. Um, so you knew what was going on, everything that was popping up, That's how people learn how to become a Jedi. It was just, someone experimented something, it worked, and everybody copied, discovered something else that worked. Add, subtract, in the end, yeah. Hey guys, how are you? Who is that midget? And why you guys so tall? Is that why you rejected me to become a stormtrooper? I'm just saying. Since you guys rejected me, eventually I would just come in here and kill you guys. I know you guys are tall and all, and look pretty strong, but and I look kind of tiny. Just came back from the clone facility, but yeah, I'll get you someday. Telling you. All right, bye. Yes, and the most if you have medics. I miss the steams. I miss being able to get Steams anywhere I went. I remember when, you know, if my computer wasn't running the way it should, I would log in some of those cities and I couldn't even move. Places be crowded. Oh, hi, Commando Stormtrooper. Ooh, ticket. Let me see. Confirm. Yeah, like I used to know the best places to actually level would help too. And leveling with people usually helped a lot because you didn't die as much. Usually you would walk out of the gates in a city and you would have a bunch of people just teaming up and just going crazy killing stuff non-stop. Traveling to Roth, because that was great to level in there. But alone mostly, you dead. Okay, how much money do I have? Not much. Yeah. Now that there was a lot of stuff that I don't think even if they tried to put on console, it would work in this game. Now I remember a lot of stuff was crazy. I would sometimes just get stuff that I really didn't need just because it was canon of Star Wars. So okay, yeah, we're going to that thing. Commando armor too. Helped a lot of my guys to get it. This was fun, you know. I remember going to attack the one of the outposts from the from the from the Empire just for kicks, just to uh, just to attack the ATTs. Um, you know, it was fun. It sounded crazy to do, but you got a large enough group. Yeah, when you got to like making droids in the most, um, it kind of became a little bit more complicated. Not in a bad way, but like you had to put so much more thought. And I usually had my droids like weaponized, so you know, I was a crafter, so it was much easier to have Dan, doing the heavy lifting. Oh yeah, no, my guild was pretty good on that. No, my guild had people just as crazy as me. Really? Alright. I'll just sit wherever I am. At this point, I have to, pay more attention to the game. Probably go back to my other character later on. Oh yeah, you had to. Like, basically, the only thing I built were droids and ships. That was my main thing. As soon as Jump to Light Speed came out, I pretty much already had everything else I needed from the other master areas. So I just went straight into droids and shipwright. Basically, I was building my guilds ships. I was building my guilds droids. Um, yeah, that was my job. And like my guild, I didn't really charge. A lot of times, what guys would do is just like, if they had some good crafting materials, they would give me like a bunch of them, just so I kept for myself. Got their stuff. Sometimes they didn't have some of the materials they needed. I know. Like I told you, man, I was lucky that some of the, I think it was coppers and some other stuff that were really important for ships and droids, but they're like, they would give you like 0% on to build anything else. They were actually the strongest thing. They're like, not, I had stuff that was almost 100%, and they used to be garbage, but I had bucket loads of that stuff. So when I end up needing stuff for ships, I had it all sitting in my house. You know? Yeah, no, dude, I swear, like, I had people coming to me and like, hey man, do you need anything? I'm like, no. I had way too much stuff. I spent a lot of my time just gathering. Sometime, in the most after you get to like you master everything, you just sit around and build stuff and go around looking for material. Uh, I started early in this game, so you know what I mean. I started as a crafter. I gathered from God knows when, so it made my life a lot easier when Jump to Light Speed came out. I was sitting in amounts of materials. It's crazy. But yeah, like a good droid that I used to love my little droid like attacking with me. Uh, that was the most awesome thing. The most because I almost took no damage. Like my droid was pretty decent. So when I when I would go like I forgot the world actually. They had a little spot that drops are amazing. You had enemies coming from everywhere around. You know what I mean? So you just like sat standing there and attacking. Yeah, that's the other thing. I think that's the only game, only MMO I've ever seen that you didn't need to be combat. And okay, you can say like a doctor, but doctor in a sense in all the games you still has have to a healer, any type of healer. You still have to do some type of attacks. Uh, because if not, you don't level. In this game, a medic would level by doing medical stuff. Entertainer would level by doing entertaining stuff. You know, you didn't have to like kill things, even if your job has nothing to do with killing things. So that's something I think that was awesome about this game. Again. keep trying to move with that stuff. But yeah, the I think that's why it was so hard for people to see the game dying, because we all knew no game was going to do something like that. Yeah, and you can't say like, oh, it's because it's Star Wars. No, because other Star Wars games came and gone, even MMOs, and they always focused on being a Jedi. So okay, so you have like 100,000 Jedi's running around town because that looks like Star Wars. Yeah. So I used to know where cantinas were. Now I don't. Hey, but I know where the medical center is. Look at that. And I found the tavern. Good. I know. I know. Yeah, I think they really forgot what people actually wanted on the game. They forgot why people actually started playing this game. Sit in the couch. There you go. Get comfy. Yes. Yes, thank you. That's the thing. Yes. See, that was awesome stuff. Like it made you feel like you're actually in Star Wars universe because everything was hard. Wasn't like all solo. I'll get on my ship. No, dude. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. You need people shooting. You can't do all by yourself. Get your buddies in. You know, that was a really cool thing. The other thing is, some people they like Star Wars, but for them it's not about becoming a Jedi. They like other characters too, and this game allowed them to actually play as other characters. Something that you can't do in other games. You can't become who you want. You have to become whatever the game dictates that you're gonna be. So no other game has ever done anything even close to that. I think that's what really kills me is no game has gotten even closer, even tried. I guess Eve has a little bit of that, but not much. Yeah, so hey, false guys, I will be getting out of here now. I think what I gonna do to make more justice is I gonna probably do a gameplay with my other character that I have a little bit more of stuff, you know, and then I actually gonna take a look in Star Wars Galaxies Legends and kind of do a comparison. I think it would be fair to a lot of players if they can't get their head around the combat system and the leveling system that MU use, that is pre-combat upgrade, and you want to be able to fly around on jump to light speed. I will show you guys Legends. I probably gonna need a couple of weeks because I gonna have to get back on the whole jump to light speed and be able to get my own ship and stuff like that. So, but I will be coming back to it. I probably gonna edit a little bit this video and post it on the channel as well. So I just want to thank everybody. False, thanks for being there with me and talking to me. It's pretty awesome, man. But yeah, so if you guys haven't tried this game, I'll say try. It's not a simple game. It's not a game that you jump in and just get levels, but it's a game that it's really rewarding whatever you do in the game. So do check the forums. I'll leave some of the both websites for Star Wars Galaxies MU and Legends down in the description so you guys can take a look. Again, thank you guys very much for being here. I hope you guys have a great night and a great weekend. Take care.